And so we took our wives' credit cards because they were making the money. We went to Home Depot and we bought the pipes, and we spent the next week building out potato guns. Super fun. And then the next Monday I was back in school, and I remember sitting there thinking about my business, and all of a sudden I had the epiphany, like the light bulb moment, where I was like, I wonder if anyone else besides me was searching for potato guns this week. I don't know. And I searched, and there were about 18,000 people a month searching for potato gun plans and spud guns, and I was like, that's it. That's gonna be my business. I'm gonna potato gun expert. First, it was just a tool for me. Like, that was really the initial goal of ClickFunnels. Like, and then after I started using it and I was having success, I was like, we have to make this a tool for everyone. Like, it'll free all entrepreneurs. My initial goal is not to make you $1 billion. My initial goal is to get you to break even. Now you have a tool that will consistently all day long give you free customers. I want you to do it now while you're in the moment, while you remember why it's important, why you saw me do it, so you don't forget and we can get it. And worst case, like, this will be the worst one you ever do. The next one you do will be better. It's not about the people watching you. It's about you guys, about us learning our voice. That's the most important thing. Someone the other day was upset about something I did. They're like, well, my dad always taught me to play nice. I was like, oh, well, my dad taught me to win. My goal for the next 3 years, if I can give you guys some tools and some things that'll help you to change more people's lives in your world, then for me, that's a huge win. What is that thing for your business? Like, what's the one huge domino that if you can knock that thing down, everything else becomes obsolete? You have to lead them to the answer, but you can't give it to them. They have to come up with the idea themselves. You plant the idea in their minds with a story, and if they come up with the answer, then they sold themselves.
He's a marketing genius. That's his brilliance.
Russell rhymes with funnel.
How to market, how to promote, and even how to sell.
He's here to help entrepreneurs create amazing lives.
And on a grand scale.
What's going on, everybody? This is Russell Brunson, and I'm so excited today to introduce you to one of our next Funnel Hacking Live speakers. But before we do, I just want to jump on real quick and let you guys know that we are officially 34 days away from the last ever Funnel Hacking Live. This is Funnel Hacking Live 10. It is the last dance. It's going to be the biggest and the best show we've ever done. And I'm so excited for what we have in store for you guys. And every day this week, I've been going live with different speakers, introducing them so you guys can get to know who they are, so you can get even more excited about coming to the event, experiencing what they're talking about. And it's really fun. And I'm excited. This year's Funnel Hacking Live, like I said, is going to be the biggest one we've ever done. Right now, tickets are selling faster than they ever have in the past, probably because this is the last one ever. And there's been so many people for so many years like, I'm going to come next year. I'm going to come next year. And there is no next year. This is the last dance, the last show. And so everyone's coming right now. It's also becoming like a huge family reunion. Anyone who's ever been to a Funnel Hacking Live is coming back to experience that. And we're putting out all the stops. This event is going to be insane. And I'm just really excited to be hanging out with you guys in 34 days from now in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's February 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th, which means we're going to be hanging out on Valentine's Day together, celebrating. So make sure you bring your loved ones, your kids, your staff, your team to come and experience the last ever Funnel Hacking Live. With that said, I'm excited to introduce you guys to one of our next guest speakers. And this is someone, I'll tell kind of a funny backstory. Someone who I've known who they were for a long time. I watched them online. I saw their videos. The first time we ever had a chance to actually hang out, and this is kind of a joke between me and him, but we went on this weird mastermind retreat. Brendan Bouchard put it on. We're in Wyoming. We flew helicopters, this weird thing. And then the second day we went out fishing. And if those who don't know me, you guys probably think I'm extroverted because I talk really fast and loud. But in my real world, I'm very introverted and I don't talk a lot. And this person is also very introverted. And he's also one of the greatest speakers I've ever seen. So it's kind of like, it's this weird dichotomy, but me and him got partnered together to be partners for the fishing thing. And we went fishing for like 3 hours. And I don't think either of us knew what to say to each other. We were just very quiet and introverted for like 3 hours trying to catch fish. And I was not good at catching fish at all. But that's how I got to know him initially. And then over the last few years, have really gotten so much respect for him, not only as a speaker, and he's one of the greatest speakers I've ever seen, but also just as a human, as a father, as a husband, and someone who I look up to online. I love him. I love his books. I love everything. And so I'm excited to have him speaking this year's Funnel Hacking Live. So with that said, everyone's put our hands together for Trent Shelton. How's it going, man?
Russell, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you for having me, brother. And yeah, that fishing story, that was definitely like the coolest, weirdest, awkward moment, but it was all good.
I know. It's like, I think he hates me, but I don't dare to say anything. You're probably thinking the same thing. Like, why isn't this guy talking? Like, I don't know. But I'm glad we're able to talk now. It's a little less awkward. So,
Yes,
but
sir.
dude, I'm excited to have you back. I know you've spoken now at a couple of Funnel Hacking Lives. And every time I message you, I'm like, I love hearing you speak. Not only for myself, but also like my family, my kids. You're someone who inspires people from all around the world. But I love for those who don't know you yet. Will you tell them about your story and who you are and why you do what you do now?
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. It's always an honor to be invited back, man. Funnel hacking is always amazing. So thank you, man. This year is going to be incredible. A little bit backstory about me. Athlete, my whole entire life. Played in NFL for a few years. Went through a hard moment. That was my dream coming true. But anything about sports, it's a business. So getting cut, released, and unsure, and had some big moments. Having Tristan, he's now 16, which is wild. But he was the catalyst in me, like really changing my life at a hard moment. And it led me down a path of self-discovery. Like, man, how can I be a better man at first? Because I just didn't feel like him following my path was the right way at that time. And another big moment that happened in that journey was my best friend committing suicide, my college roommate, teammate. And that was the catalyst of me starting what I do now, Rehab Time, and talking about self-worth and showing up online. And I tell people all the time, Russell, like 90% of my life, I'm probably being nice with that, had went wrong. Like 90% wasn't going the way I wanted to go, a relationship, sports. And the thing that went right, I call it the 10% was me picking up my cell phone back in 2010 and going live on Facebook. And it changed my life, and it led me to this personal development space. It was a foreign space to me. I wasn't reading books or anything like that, but I said, man, I really want to help grow my life. And so I got into the culture of personal development, and it changed my life.
So cool. The very first time you went live, do you remember? Like, what did you say, or what were you think? Did you have something on your heart, or just kind
Yeah.
of like just want to go live, or
Yeah.
how did it happen?
Well, it was wild because I went live in the gym. So I would do these live streams. I said, man, let me just go live in the gym. It was 12 a.m., 24-hour fitness at the time. And I was really just trying to stay in shape just in case I got that call. And I went live. And what I realized, people were asking me questions like, how do you do this? And I was giving these answers. It ended up turning to me working out, to me sitting down in one of those workout rooms, like giving therapy sessions when I'm going through the hardest time of my moment. So it was about self-worth. It was about, how did you overcome this, or how do you get through these things? And that kind of built the foundation for my platform for sure.
So cool. I know so many people who they want to do what you're doing, right? They want to speak, they want to serve, but they're scared, and they don't know how to start, or they're scared to do it. Especially when it's like they feel like they're not ready yet. Like, oh, someday I'll be ready. Over here, then when I figured it out, then I'll be ready. Whereas, like you said, you were still in the journey. What made you feel like qualified or worthy enough to even do that? I'm curious.
Man, I had the same fear. I had the same thoughts. I think even as you grow, even these days, I have a little bit of imposter syndrome at times. But I always tell people, when the mission is great enough, the fear will never be strong enough. And even though I was afraid, even though I was scared, even though I felt like I wasn't qualified, I didn't, go to Toastmaster, any of these things in like the personal development world, I didn't do any of that. I wish I would have had a funnel hacking at that time to be able to speed up this process. But I realized my mission. And so my mission was my commitment to my best friend, that I want to make sure people know, no matter what they lose, who they lose, they don't lose themselves. And so that fear was there, but the mission was so strong that I overcame that fear every time. So I would tell people listening to this right now, if fear is paralyzing you, it's probably because your mission isn't big enough, because you'll go through fear anytime for the things that you love and the people that you love.
So cool. I'm also curious because I heard you talk about this a little while ago, and I know a lot of people nowadays, it's like they want to go live, but they're like, oh, well, all the platforms don't work anymore. There's always the different reasons, right? And you go live still on Facebook, and people are like, oh, Facebook's dead. But like, for someone who's like trying to like, I'm going to start my message, like, what do you recommend? Where do they start? Is there a certain spot that's better or worse, or is it consistency? What's the key to being successful with that?
Yeah, I think each platform has its own pros and cons. When people say Facebook is dead, I mean, yeah, a little bit, but for me, Facebook is alive. It's just, I've always stayed consistent there. So my audience expects me there. If I could pick one, I would say TikTok. I'm not sure, if it's leaving or not, but I would say TikTok because TikTok with live, I feel like TikTok does a great job of putting you in front of people that have no idea who you are. Instagram is use your followers, Facebook is use your followers, YouTube live, you might get some new people, but TikTok, as your people are used to scrolling, and you're getting in front of a new audience. So I would tell you maybe TikTok, or just where you got an audience and you feel comfortable.
Yeah, interesting. It's very cool. All right, so I want to talk about this year's Funnel Hacking Live. Now, the very first Funnel Hacking Live, I remember, and I've kind of let you honestly, you're so good. I'm like, what do you want to talk about? So I kind of let you,
Yeah.
or other people, I'm very specific. Like, I need you to talk about this one specific piece. But I remember the very first Funnel Hacking Live, one of the things you talked about was how everyone wants followers and they want fans and stuff, but like no one's willing to put in the work that you do. And I remember the first time I think one of the first times we hung out, I remember sitting there and I watched you. We were at dinner or something. I think we were in Florida at that Tony thing. And you were on there like responding to people and commenting. And I was like, what are you doing? You're like, this is the real community form. Like, I'm actually engaging and talking, and like, it's not like my staff or my people. And like, we just briefly, I want people to understand, like, because they realize how much effort you put into your community. Like, that's why I think for you, Facebook still works, because you work there and like people know that it's you showing up, not just like, I'm posting a video and I'm going to go hide again. You know what I mean? Like, it's different the way you do it versus what most people do in our world.
Yeah, man. There's a few reasons why I do that. So number one, I always tell people you have to turn your followers into family. I mean, you're a perfect example of that, bro. That's why people rave for funnel hackers. You have to make people feel a part of something. And the genius thing that I did at that time was I gave a name. It's really not genius, but I gave a name to my community. I was like, hey, rehabbers across the world. I started every video with that. So we all want to be a part of something. So I would tell the person, like, how can you turn your followers to supporters into family? Because that's very important. And then the other thing I tell people is, the selfish side of that is I get to see what my audience needs. By me communicating, of course, I have my boundaries. I can't be on there all day. By me seeing what people are saying, what people are asking, I'm able to see what people need. And so it's easy for me to come up with content because I'm getting this feedback from my audience every single day. Oh, they're struggling with this. And then the last thing is, man, when somebody gets a response from you, and I know you can't do it to everybody, but when somebody gets a response to you, more than likely they'll be loyal supporters forever, because they're like, man, Trent took time out of his day just to send me an audio message or just to check up on me. And so I try my best to give what I would wish to have in that situation.
Yeah. So cool, man. All right. So my next question is, this year's Funnel Hacking Live, what are you planning on talking about? What are you going to be sharing with our funnel hackers?
Yeah, man. I'm always a person where I'm always following my heart, but the main message is going to be in self-worth mastery. And I think it's a big component of anything in life. You look at any high-level person, any high-level business, there's a foundation of self-worth. And self-worth is simply the belief in yourself, or if you want to say self-worth of your company, the belief in your company. And you're never going to achieve more than what you believe. And so I really want to give people the foundation of understanding like intrinsic value, because in this social media driven world, and even the business world, bro, like, I know it's a part of it, but a lot of times, man, even in sports where we're allowing the outside things to control how we feel about ourselves, the analytics, the numbers, the opinions. And so the people that I've seen that have great emotional health, that have been consistent, that have been legendary, they have a strong foundation of self-worth and belief in themselves and confidence, and they're able to be consistent over a long period of time. So I plan on really diving in deep and giving people tools to master their self-worth this Funnel Hacking Live.
So cool, man. I love it. All right. Then last thing then is, for those who are coming to Funnel Hacking Live and those who are thinking about it, do you have anything you want to, like, speaker bonus, something you want to give them to push them over the edge to make sure they don't miss out on the last dance?
Yeah, man, they got to be at the last dance. Number one, you need to come. I'm going to just add the bonus, the cherry on top, but you have to be here. I mean, Russell's let me know what's going on, so don't miss it. But I'm going to go ahead and just give you a little bit of extra. I'm going to give a speaker confidence bonus to everybody who shows up. And so it's a 90-minute training to help you become better as a speaker. And if you don't want to be a speaker, as a communicator, because the more confident you are as a communicator, I definitely feel like it helps you be more successful in life. So I'm going to give all of that to you guys.
So cool, man. I love that. Especially a lot of the theme of Funnel Hacking Live this year, we're going to be walking people through how to do that, how to find their voice, how to speak, how to, like, all that kind of stuff. So I think having your speaker confidence is going to be so cool. So for all you guys, we don't have that in the members area yet, but we'll have it there very, very soon. So if you already have your ticket, all you got to do is go to funnelhackinglive.com, click on the login link at the bottom, you log in the members area, and then we'll throw it inside of the members area right there under the speaker bonuses. We'll put one Trent there as soon as we get it. And then for those who don't have your ticket yet, if you want all the other speaker bonuses, plus your ticket, plus Trent's bonus, all you have to do is go to funnelhackinglive.com or just funnelhackinglive.com. We'll take you to the page. Go get your tickets for you, for a spouse, for your kids, for your team, for your entire staff. And all you do is go to funnelhackinglive.com to get your tickets. And so, like I said, we're 33, 34 days away, something like that, like basically a month away from this event. And as you guys all know, we've been doing Funnel Hacking Live now. This is our 10th year. It's the last one. The very first Funnel Hacking Live we ever did was in Vegas. We had 600 people in a little tiny ballroom. And now, 10 years later, we have 6,000 in a huge ballroom. But it's going to be amazing. Just a really fun time for everyone to celebrate and get back together. And Trent, super grateful for you coming and serving my audience one more time and just bringing everything you do there. I'm always grateful for you and excited to see you here in 33 days, man. So it's going to be awesome.
Man, let's get it. I can't wait, man. I appreciate you for having me.
Very cool. Thank you, Trent. And for everyone who's home still watching, thank you guys as well. What I'm doing now is I'm going to we're going to play the trailer for Funnel Hacking Live this year. I want you guys to watch it. And when you're watching it, I want you to visualize and just pretend like you were sitting in the room, experiencing and feeling the energy of what's going to be happening. Because if you can feel that, it's going to make it real for you guys. And then you're going to go and you're going to get your tickets at funnelhackinglive.com and come hang out with 6,000 of the greatest entrepreneurs in the world. We're all going to be in one room, and you need to be in that room. It is the room where it happens. I don't want you guys to miss it. So with that said, we're going to queue up the trailer for Funnel Hacking Live 10. And that's it. Thank you, Trent. Thank you, everybody. And we'll see you guys all in 33 days. All right. Thanks, everybody.
So many of us as entrepreneurs have limiting beliefs. We think money is something we should be afraid of. We should be afraid to lose it. We should be afraid to ask for it. What is being talked about here is how to overcome that.
What do you want, and why are you here?
I came to Funnel Hacking Live without a business.
I was working 2 jobs. I still didn't have enough.
I procrastinated my way into depression.
I'd just gotten out of a heavy addiction.
I was sued by multiple creditors.
This is not my life. This is not my life. I know I'm meant for more.
You find yourself lost, frustrated, disconnected,
because you have no fire.
Put your seatbelts on.
When you go, you don't know what you need. You don't really know what you're going to find. And then you find it. When I got here, I was like, I found my people.
Funnel Hacking Live is like coming home.
Raise your hand if you're like me and you're a hot mess.
I'm a hot mess!
I felt like Michael Jackson or something, you know what I'm saying? I felt like I was Prince.
This is a rock concert for entrepreneurs. Dramatic demonstration.
Russell's gonna hate me for that. It's like my long-lost ADHD family.
I can be myself. You don't have to put on this stereotypical business appearance.
I'm a firm believer that you can be really successful in business and still be like a really good person.
The most powerful force is economic force.
I've been doing this now 20 years. I can't tell you the number of gurus who have come and gone and come and gone. If you want to grow a company today, this is the way.
You and I are going to demonstrate how powerful the focused human mind can be.
You've got a map. That's the key.
There aren't many things that can take you from zero to generational wealth in less than a year. We literally have people that came here with a big idea, got super turned on, took the information, and then they go home and they do it.
I'm going to tell you how I get paid every single month from my kitchen with my phone.
This piece makes the content come alive.
I like the cutting edge strategies.
We need to know what's working right now.
That's the most effective and the fastest path to success in today's market.
Once I saw the results I was getting, I knew we were onto something really big.
We're teaching how we're adding over 1,000 people per day to our membership programs.
I want to reach in and grab your heart and be like, wake up! Because some of you have a calling. Unless you are open, you will get nothing. And you will say, hey, we just had Dwayne Johnson's son double do a presentation. I get paid the same amount of money whether they go home smart or stupid. You know, it don't matter to them. Now, how many of you in the room are going, man, I don't have a team? Let me see your hand. Okay, do me a favor. Look to your left, look to your right. You have a team.
The way to win this game of business is together.
When ESPN said, man, you can't do it, I said, oh yeah, watch me, watch me.
Like, come out here and blow fire up your ass.
How many people ready to get your first pick from the world? Somebody said that's me.
It's like an Oscar show or something.
I give you permission
permission to say goodbye to the past and hello to whatever future you want to have. I'm giving you permission right now.
Give your family a chance.
You are meant to shine.
Go find your people, they need you.
Say it from your doggone heart. I can, I will, I must. Because they counting on me.